it's Taylor Johnson here, and I'm with Gerry from A Plastic Rose.
Yo! Alright, Gerry, got some questions for you here, mate, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, yeah.
Right, let's kick it off. Okay. Alright, so the first question is, Gerry, A Plastic Rose, you're a southern band. So what actually made you adopt Belfast as your home city? Because you said yourself that you've always have an affinity with the place. And
yeah.
So why is that?
It was purely and solely because Ian was studying here. Or here. We're not in Belfast, aren't we?
No.
We're somewhere else. He was studying architecture, and I was just young and stupid enough to move from Scotland to Belfast. And he told me, well, I didn't say earlier on actually, he had told me that there was a bit of a scene kicking off. He was like, there's something happening in Belfast, I can feel it.
I see, you had a good sort of premonition and things going to go right.
Yes, and you know, and see, I don't know as much about the underground local scene as I used to, obviously, because you know, I'm not out every night in Belfast.
Of course.
But when I moved over, man, there was some serious buzz about the place, you know, and the camaraderie with all the bands. And so after 6 months, I'd gotten back with my girlfriend. I was like, Marion, you know, you should come here. There's something happening here. I remember we just played our first big show in Belfast, supporting Fighting with Wire in the Limelight.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Panama Kings, you remember?
Yes, Panama Kings, very good, yeah.
So we were on that bill, and it was just incredible, man. There was such massive support for the local bands.
It was a real movement at the time,
It
wasn't it?
definitely was, you know, and there was a certain kind of sound as well coming out. It was very alternative, kind of, you know. We have picked up sounds from the likes of Fighting with Wire and So Much for Fire and all this, man. But definitely, just Belfast really grabbed us from the beginning, and I don't even know if it's like that anymore. You know, we've had to leave, but that's got nothing. That's no reflection on the scene. But there definitely was something, man. There's going to be a book, and it's going to go down in history. I just know it. I just know the time that we had in Belfast is going to be remembered.
A special time.
Yeah. Because I mean, such, you know, you got the likes of Two Door Cinema Club.
Right.
Came out of that scene, and So Much for Fire, General Fiasco. You know, you got Rams now and Mojo, and it's just amazing. And you know, I'm very, very proud to be part of that pack. You know, that's to be considered one of the good bands in Belfast out of that scene in that time.
Oh yeah, cream of the crop sort of thing.
That's amazing. And you know, I think it was a kind of to use a cliche. We kind of had to strike while the iron was hot.
You had to go for it while things were kicking off.
Yeah, but you know, it was such a party as well.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? And we were going out all the time, you know, to gigs, and then there was, you know, bands like Panama Kings just. They were just a party band. Out every night. Whenever they had a gig, they'd announce their address at the end of the show. Come back to our house. Some of the craziest fucking parties, man. So it was great fun as well.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't
a halcyon period.
It wasn't all just business. You know?
Oh, that's fantastic.
But luckily, when you're in a band, when you go out and get pissed, you call it networking.
Well, that's your answer to my next question as well, Gerry. So I'm going to ask you, does Belfast have its own sort of unique musical style, its own sort of feeling, as opposed to playing over here in England or up in Scotland? You know, is it different back home?
Man, you will only believe it when you see everything else. And what I mean by that is, we're going around playing with bands, and the good bands, they're good.
Oh yeah.
But you know, every gig and thing, it's a different band, but the standard is so below Belfast.
Really? Yeah.
And I don't mean that as I'm not disrespecting the English bands.
Of course, yeah.
But it's as if they're all trying to be a certain band. Mm-hmm. You can tell by looking at them straight away. They want to be Blink-182.
You know.
They want to be Smashing Pumpkins, or they want to be Mumford and Sons, which is man, there's a lot of those fucking bands. Don't talk to me about that.
Oh no.
If I see an acoustic guitar and a fucking bass drum, I'm gonna smash it. Right? But the thing is, the thing about Belfast, man, whoever you play with, it doesn't matter, and there isn't a particular sound coming out of Belfast, but whatever genre the bands decide to be in, it's amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many quality bands, and yeah, it is. It's. I hope for everybody's sake that, you know, more attention is drawn to Belfast, and I think people will appreciate it in time. I really do. Like, and hopefully, you know, and I know we're you know, people are hoping the best for us because we're flying the flag for Belfast at the minute, and if we do get successful, I'm going to be pointing people towards Belfast.
Man, that's brilliant, because
Absolutely.
I was going to say now, you know, since you have left, I mean, there's no point denying it. I mean, it's brilliant to be optimistic, and the scene of Belfast, as you say, it is very good, but there's definitely there's a hole after you've left. Like, you've left a big legacy. Like, and my next question would have to be, you know, is there any bands coming through at the minute that you have, you know, you've got big hopes for? Because I know you like the likes of a Northern Light. I know I supported you in bands like that. Is there any that you can see, you know, pushing through for the next generation?
Of course, yeah. Trying to think of a good example. Let me see. See, the way I judge a band isn't just by the music. We're close with Northern Lights. We've been friends with them for years as well.
Oh yeah.
And they're doing something quite unique. You know, they're doing their own thing, which is brilliant. I've always been an admirer of the sound and the work ethic of More Than Conquerors.
More Than Conquerors,
because I get them the first couple of shows as well.
Oh, cool, yeah.
And they're a brilliant band, great musicians, lovely lads.
Brilliant.
And I feel like the likes of them and Axis Off, maybe they're too old at this stage, which is just a completely mental thought.
Yeah.
But you know, those are the type of bands who have the same etiquette as us. It's a very DIY based industry when you're starting off. You have to. There's no record companies who are coming along saying, I'm going to make you a star.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, exactly. You need to.
And yeah, so the likes of More Than Conquerors, I said it before in interviews, I genuinely see them doing really well. And Chris was emailing me last week looking for contacts for gigs, and I gave him a load of them. He's booking their own shows, and I did that for years.
Yeah.
And luckily now I don't have to
exactly.
anymore, which is fucking awesome. But yeah, definitely like.
But they're working hard.
They're working hard, man, and I admire that. You know,
Yeah.
I really, really do. And you know, being involved in the Third Bar as well, which is the record label that we're on, the management company. Like, we all have the same manager in Davy Magid. Yeah. Who's the kingpin of Belfast.
Okay.
And so I work a lot with the likes of Verse, Chorus, Verse.
Oh yeah.
You know, his album's amazing.
He's very good.
LaFaro of the same manager, Wondervillain the same manager.
Cool, yeah.
There's a new band coming up now called the Late Twos.
Yes, heard of the Late Twos, like them, yeah.
They're if you like the Libertines, you're gonna love them, you know.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't want to. I'm getting off the point a bit, I think, but
it's alright.
I didn't want to be another good band from Belfast.
Yeah.
I needed. You're a fucking mental. I needed everybody. I hate. We were the darlings of the Belfast scene for years, and we were the next big thing for years. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Because I'm not feeling it. So the point is, there's so many good bands, brilliant bands. Wondervillains, we've got high hopes for them because they're so damn good at what they do.
Oh yeah.
And they have to be a massive band on the radio.
I mean, there's their optimism. Just they're pure. They're fun and it's just it's contagious. You know.
Absolutely. But yeah, so yeah, I got high hopes for a lot of young bands, and hopefully there's more that I haven't even heard yet. There's one called Paper.
Paper Man.
I'm quite excited about it because apparently they're influenced by an awesome band.
I think so.
But yeah, so I'm not as in the loop as I used to, but the ones that I do know, I've been kind of working with for many years, and you know, definitely do feel like the likes of More Than Conquerors, Wondervillains should break out and
go on to do big things.
Hopefully.
Amazing.
Yeah, and you don't have to leave Belfast. I don't want people to think that that's the only way to do it. That's how we had to do it. That was our path.
Yeah, it was
We
so
felt-
destined for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like we were just going to be another great band from Belfast who aren't going to make it because we're in Belfast.
Yes.
And I genuinely felt that, and we felt like we were being wasted. And we had an agent who wanted us to live in England.
Well,
And that's I know not every band gets asked that question by those kind of people. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, I think I answered about 5 different questions there,
No,
and you only asked one.
it was absolutely brilliant though. It's fantastic. Now this next is a wee bit more personal, closer to home. Camera Shutter Life, right? Well, as you can tell, I'm a massive fan, so I absolutely loved it, and it went down fantastic as well. It's a brilliant album. It's a fantastic album.
Thank you.
My thing about it was, I know your sort of back catalogue in a big way. I mean, I've loved you for years. It must have been pretty hard narrowing those tracks down. It must have been. I mean, you cannot have. So my question to you, Gerry, is: did the tracks that you ended up picking for the final album, did they hold any relevance? I mean, did the ones that picked, did they mean a lot to you? Did each one carry something that meant a lot to you? Obviously, all your tunes would, but were these ones special, or how did you make that decision?
We're fans of albums.
Yeah.
And we always will be fan of the album format.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a lot of songs to choose. We could have had an album full of alternative pop rock songs, radio hits.
Right.
But we didn't want that. That's why the likes of Colour Blue isn't on the album.
Yeah.
Because we felt it was in the same bracket as Built from the Ground Up, and we thought Built from the Ground Up was better. And
Yeah.
it was new, and Colour Blue had been released as a single anyway,
Yeah.
so you can. So the songs that we picked made sense in an album format. It's a story.
Oh yeah.
It's all connected
Yeah.
to the very end, and it's
The Sun's a Shadow. It's a brilliant way to end it. I thought.
yeah,
A
it's
brilliant way.
The song so the album as well. It kind of can run on a loop because it starts and finishes on the same piano note, violin note.
Oh, very nice.
So it starts with a violin, na, na,
Oh,
na,
yeah.
and it finishes with the violin.
Oh, man.
It's a so we're good at that, you know, connecting each song. You know, first 4 songs have to be upbeat and rock,
Yeah.
and then you can bring it down, stick in Indian sheets there, and then hit another rock song, right? When the morning
yeah.
comes, let it mellow out.
Boy Racer and all that.
Then rock it up, and then the last 2 songs just, you know,
I love them.
Fading Pictures is.
I have to say, I think that's probably my favourite on the album, and it's
It's
so hard to
amazing,
say. I love
Yeah.
Fading Pictures.
It's
It's
such a
brilliant.
good album. Do you know what? I can't wait till we get a bit bigger, so that we can start getting much longer sets to an attentive audience.
Yeah.
Where we can take it down a notch and start playing Fading Pictures and Sons of Shadow and When the
Yeah.
Morning Comes in Indian Sheets, because at the minute you've got half an hour to 45 minutes and you've just got to keep it kind of rocking.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to keep it going.
So people, when they come see us live, they think we're a rock band, which we are, but we're so much more than that as well.
Yeah.
But people don't see that, haven't seen that side of us really yet, because we just don't, you know, we're still building the AP army.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
And once that's big enough, once we start filling venues and we've got them by the balls from the beginning,
Exactly. Yeah.
they're going to see a whole new side of us.
Of course. Yeah.
And that excites the holy pants off me. But yeah, it was difficult. We're such a prolific band. Like, if there's a band who writes more songs than us, I want to meet them.
Yeah. It's right. 24/7.
Literally wrote 2 songs today. I am much more prolific than Ian, you know. But that's just how it is, you know. And so we had a lot of songs to narrow them down. But I tell you what, the second album's going to be even harder, because we're touching 50 demos at this stage.
No way, man! I'm excited to hear that. And
It's going to be a lot rockier as well. You know.
Awesome. Well, my next question for it would be: do you have a personal favourite from the album, Gerry? Is there one that you love more than the others, or are they all? Is it like sort of like picking your favourite child? Is it that?
It
difficult?
is so hard, man. It changes all the time. Do you know? I'm just so proud. It's nice to talk about it actually, because I'm so proud of that album.
No, it's brilliant.
It's once you do this, you're it's so gung ho that you almost don't want to just step back. If I step back stepped back and thought about certain things that have happened to us over the last few years, especially the last couple of years,
Yeah.
I'd probably have a nervous breakdown and go, holy shit, I can't believe that happened to us.
Yeah.
So I don't really think about it too much, but when I do listen to it, I don't know, it's hard, you know, because I like to give, I don't know, I don't know, man. I
It's
just,
impossible to say.
I love, we play And the Sea live
Oh,
a lot now. It's
Beautiful intro to that song as
Yeah,
well, man.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So, that, I do love Fading Pictures. Ian's a pure, like, he's the real arty one, you know, he's the poet in the band. I'm a more kind of working class poet.
Yeah.
He's, but he wrote that song in his sleep. And I hate when I hear stuff like that, but he genuinely did.
No way.
He had a dream about that song, woke up and played it.
No way. Because it's so beautiful. Like, that's
Great, yeah.
And you know what? That's a story worthy of a song like that. You know,
Exactly,
it really is. It just
do you know what? It's the whole song is through the eyes of an old woman,
right,
and it used to be called the Granny song
right,
before it actually had a name.
man.
And so he had this dream, seeing things through an old woman's eyes.
Whoa,
And yeah, he's fucking cool like that, you know. He's
that's very cool.
I'm more like things observational kind of
Yeah.
poetry or songwriting.
Yeah.
But Ian can really get deep and get under your fingers. So I don't know. I think the song I'm going to be singing in 20 years' time at fucking open mics is probably Indian Sheets.
Oh yeah. It's,
You know, it was the first kind of great song I ever wrote.
yeah.
If you're allowed to describe your own song as great.
Oh yeah. No, totally.
But
yeah.
it was that set the bar, and it's such a personal song for me because it's a love song,
Yeah.
I suppose. But I don't write love songs. I write kind of, they have to have a little bit of grit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So probably I'll always go back to Indian Sheets, I think.
Brilliant. Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, the next question was around lines of did it take you long? And I think you've sort of already answered this for me already, but did it take you long to find the authentic A Plastic Rose sound? Because like you were saying earlier, you know, you are so definitive now. You have that sound. You know, it's hard to market, I'm sure, because it is just you now. How long did it take you to really find that and know what you were all about?
Well, to be honest, we're still finding it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, yeah, because yeah, it's
still developing all the time.
Developing, yeah.
That's awesome.
I think because it's such a natural thing and it's so effortless that it there wasn't really a moment when we went, that's our sound.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know, and we confuse a lot of people. It was hard for us to break through because we'd have, you know, kids. Well, we released a really cool EP, you know, the Silent 2, and
yeah,
you know, and that got us a lot of attention. And then, but then Kids Don't Behave This was released, and that fucking went insane.
Yeah.
And then people just thought that we were like Kids Don't Behave Like This band,
Yeah.
and it's just not.
Nice.
It's just not the truth at all. I don't. Yeah, it's hard. I don't think we have a sound. I know we have a sound.
Yeah.
I know we have a sound. I know what you're saying, but you know, we have drunken conversations about this the whole time. We're like, I know we have a uniquely A Plastic Rose sound, but we don't know how we make it. You know, it's just
It just
we
is. It comes
jam.
naturally. It flows there. There you go.
Yeah, we just write songs and we batter them out, and the main music is written when I bring the song to the band and I go, lads, it's in G, and I want this to do that, and I want this, and then, you know, half an hour later, 90% of that song will never change.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
That's it.
And I don't know, you can't really explain it, so I don't know if we have a sound, man. Our third album could be a fucking hip-hop album, for all I know.
And it just comes from the heart.
It comes from the bloody heart, yeah. So,
Big cliche, but
yeah, it's. I think if we were closed in, if we were like, right, let's be a rock band, we'd have dried up 4 years ago. So now we're like, well, let's be an everything band. I've got a piano song now.
Oh man,
that we're working on, and it's
fantastic.
It's really good, and so bringing a bit of piano in for the second album, and it's a piano rock. Like, it's a rock song. It's
very nice, very nice.
So yeah, it's so I think the answer to that question is, we're still trying to find it, and I hope we never do.
That's fantastic. That's brilliant. And my final question, Gerry, is I know that we'll have a massive amount of the AP Army listening to this, 100%.
Yes. On the AP Army!
And I just wanted to ask, got this unique opportunity to talk to you, and I want to ask you, what's the next chapter for Plastic Rose? What can the AP Army be expecting next? What do they have to look forward to? What's on your horizons at the minute?
Well, we have taken a massive leap and left all our friends and loved ones to live in a place called England.
Yeah.
But we have done it for a reason,
Yeah.
and it is to keep busy. The next chapter for us, literally, is to gig as much as we can possibly gig. To expand the AP Army. The AP Army is just the most important thing for us.
Yeah.
We need that to grow, and it is growing on a daily basis now. And
And the way you treat your fans, my God,
Yes.
of course it's gonna go. I mean,
it's very
incredible.
important. But man, it sounds cheesy, but we don't really have fans. We've got friends, basically. And that's the way we look at it. I don't like the term fans.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like that's the case at all. We have people who come to our shows and dig our music, and they're cool, right?
Yeah.
And we're here to build on the AP Army, and the way to do that is to gig a lot. When people meet us, they tend to like the band, and they like us more after they meet us because we're nice fucking guys.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Completely.
We're pretty cool guys, and so that's why it's important to me to get out and meet as many people as possible, and also, we're going to be doing a second album and releasing singles and getting new songs out there. But yeah, we're here to do the hard thing now, which is be a hard working band, and hopefully in a couple of years we'll be playing big massive stages.
I can see it happening, 100%. Definitely.
That's good enough for me.
Gerry,
I've got one last present for you.
Well, I'll just I just want to tie up the interview very quickly.
Oh, shit,
No, not at all. Don't worry about it. I've been Taylor Johnson from Encore NI. I've had the incredible pleasure of chatting to, I think I can safely say, my friend.
Yep.
My friend Gerry Norman from Plastic Rose. The future looks bright. I can't wait to see what they're doing next. Do we sign off to the AP Army? Gerry?
Yes, I love all of you. Come to our shows and tell everyone on Facebook to like us and follow us on Twitter, and you're awesome and you're great.
Fantastic.
Okay, it's Brian. This is Taylor Johnson, Encore NI. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Hi, it's Taylor Johnson here, and